So guys, it is your boy, Dan Super here, and back with another video about Higurashi no called the GOU, or episode 4, or the Oni Damashi arc. So on Twitter, after I watched the episode, no, before I watched the episode, we're getting a new arc. So it's the Deceived Cotton Deceiving arc next week. This arc is called the Demon Deceiving arc, and it did deceived us, the viewers, because we thought, hey, episode 1 beginning, that's what happened in episode 4, because it always does. It happened in the manga, it happened in the visual novel, it happened in the anime. Okay, I'm prepared for it. No, this episode, it subverts your expectations, and you get Rena stabbing Keiichi to death. Well, not to death, because somehow, miraculously, he's still alive. And I went back, and I counted how many times she stabbed the fuck out of him. It was over 30. And then the scene just cuts to black. So apparently, it was more than 30 stab wounds to Keiichi, and he was somehow still alive. This episode turns Higurashi, the first 4 question arcs, on his head, because now, as a viewer, we don't know what to expect, and that's great. This is why I love Ryukishi 07, because his writing storytelling is amazing. Like, even though Higurashi is like a simple plot and idea, it has endless possibilities. Endless. And that's what I love about Higurashi, because Higurashi in general is an endless possibility of stories. That's what makes stories that are simple great, because there are endless possibilities. You can go one direction, or this direction, or that direction. This episode, of course, I'm prepared for it. I was not prepared for it, in fact, at all, because of the fact that I was flabbergasted the entire stabbing scene. I was just jaw hanging out. I was disturbed. That fucked me up. That freaked me the fuck out. Like, we don't really get stabbing scenes in Higurashi at all, and when we do, it's not really like shown like it is. Like, I don't know why, but this scene just freaked me out. And I guess because it was Rena stabbing him, and the writers purposely let us get our guard down with scenes in previous episodes, with Keiichi and Rena holding hands, them being cute together. Like, it's just, look, it's just, it's that expectation. It's that expectation that you're like, okay, he's gonna kill Rena and Mion. No, Rena comes to his house and stabs the fuck out of him. And I love how it does. It's the first expectation of the series. Another thing that I found was like, well, what's weird was with Rika. Now we finally get to see Rika trying to work her magic. She's trying to get a good ending out of this arc. And I was wondering why she, what she was doing in episode 1 and beginning 2. I was wondering, but this episode, it finally cements, hey, you need to believe her. There's, you're thinking from your perspective only. Think about her perspective. And she's trying. I'm glad that they included this, because it would not make sense for Rika's character for her to be like, oh, I'm just gonna let it happen, even though I know what's gonna happen, and not try to interfere. So I'm glad that they tried well, I'm glad that they wrote her to like, hey, Keiichi, this is your perspective. This is her perspective. Think from her perspective. And that's not the only change with this episode. This episode also includes Area's clinic, which was in the original series and a lot of stuff. But the context of the scene is that like they're doing remodeling, so we don't even get to see Irie at all. And even if we did any in the original series, it wasn't really for like that much long. But it was weird because they're showing the Almighty early, like early, and that's good. But with Takano and Tomitake, who disappeared instead of, dying, it's a lot more theory crafting that we all can do. Because it's something different. Also with the fact that, like, we was all right about Rena. About her being, like, crazy. Or, like, going to level 5. I knew it. Because it was weird. It was weird for her to be like, oh, I got to attach it, and I'm going to put it over my head and try to kill you. Like, that never happened in any other of the adaptations. It's always by her side. It's never, like, up here, above her head. So that confirms my theory that I was right. Good job, me and everybody else who thought about that. But this leaves a lot more questions until that works too. Was Rena remembering stuff from Ryukishi and Atonement Arc? Or did she really kill Tepe and Rena? And I also have a theory. We never actually see Rena's dad in this, in the series, in the arc right now. But I have a theory that Rena's dad is dead, and I'm probably so wrong about this. Like he's so into drinking that it causes a rift between him and Rena because of the ending of Higurashi GOU. You see Rena and you see someone in the bed, and that's her dad with beer all around him. And you see her at the door. So I'm guessing that he's still drinking now in Hinamizawa. And I'm fusing Ryukishi with Atonement Arc. And that's when I'm getting my theory, but I know that I'm probably wrong, and he's probably just okay, even though we don't see him at all. So Rena takes Keiichi's spot as the good crazy protagonist, because like even though I was right about Rena, I was also right about about Keiichi, because he was also going through the levels of Hinamizawa syndrome. Because he was still seeing Rena, imagining Rena as her cat eyes. So I was right also. But what I'm trying to think of, why kill Keiichi? Like, I'm guessing that she was imagining, like, she was fine when she came there. And I'm guessing it was like a Keiichi when he snapped, and when he snapped, tried to kill Rena and Mion, and he had that, like, he was conscious, but then it got overridden by his will to live, and he killed both Mion and Mion and Rena. So I'm guessing that's what happened with Rena, even though she stabbed him over 30 times, 30 fucking times, and he was not dead. I'm trying to wrap my head around him not dying after like 30 or more stab wounds to the belly or chest. It also reminded me of school days, like how she was just stabbing him. Like it reminded me of school days so much. And the ending to this is like it's a mix between Onikokushi and Watanagashi because it's like it's paralleling both of these arcs. Because we get the Keiichi bed scene with Oishi, even though it wasn't really much. That's and one thing. This thing. When the Keiichi was laying on the floor in his own pool of blood, he sat there for he laid there for a entire day. An entire day. And who knows how many days or weeks or months passed that he woke up. Because he was possibly in a coma. So he was in a coma and he woke up. And then he found out that Satoko and Rika were killed. Which is, again, it's different from the original series. Because it's always the Yamadi who kill Rika. And, and split her belly open and pull her guts out. This is different because it's like Himizawa syndrome took over and either Satoko killed Rika and then killed herself, or Rena came and killed both Satoko and Rika. But then I have to say, if Rena killed both Satoko and Rika, why didn't she kill Mion? So I'm guessing that I'm going with my theory of I guess Satoko went crazy and killed Rika and then killed herself. That's my theory. And of course, with the weirdest thing, if you're a fan of the series, there was no disaster this arc at all. Because if that happened, Mion would be dead. Keishi's mom and dad would be dead, but they're still living in Himizawa unless they moved out by now. I mean, look, I'm at a crossroads because I don't know what's gonna happen in this arc. The manga's gonna be okay. In the manga, that's totally different from the anime in general. It didn't show none of the Rika scenes with Hanyu. It's even creepier than the anime. And the author, well, the artist will be doing the rest of the arcs. So it's not gonna be like, oh, one arc's done, and then a different person, he draws the art for that next arc. No, he's drawing the entire series probably. So good for you, bud. Hope you do good and don't indulge yourself. I like his art style. It fits Higurashi now with the art from the Monogatari artist. So Watanabe, it really fits his art style. So this episode was just a surprising, fantastic episode. And I'm scared for next arc. Like, I don't know what to expect. Cause it's something, and it came out saying, oh, this is not a remake or a sequel. Then what the fuck is it? What? Ryukishi, you need to be stopped. You need to be stopped. If you're going to have Feathering and Hanyu, and Rika officially says, hey, I did this shit already. I don't want to do it again. And I know who kills me, and I know the rules of Himizawa. If she said that, then how is it not a sequel? Stop messing with us. Stop it. Because now I don't know what to believe anymore. I can't tell people, oh yeah, you should watch Go. No, I can't. Because it's stuff from season 2 that spoils the rest of the series. I mean, it's like a Dragon Ball Super thing, with the manga and anime being different. It's like that, because Higurashi's anime is different from the manga. With the Go is different from the manga. Because they don't cover the same stuff. And it's weird. But this episode was fantastic. Great suspense. That stabbing scene was, it was disturbing. Lots of more changes. In case he doesn't write the note at all. I'm guessing his mom and dad came home and saw his fucking body laying there in blood. I'm guessing that Rena woke up after he hit. I mean, like, he could not fight her off. He had this plastic thing, like a plastic bottle or whatever. He was sitting there in the fucking temple with it. And it wasn't doing shit. I mean, she was still going strong. And then you cut back and she's laying on the ground, seemingly dead. But her throat isn't clawed out. So I'm guessing she got up and left and then died somewhere else. I don't know what to expect anymore. It's been your boy. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good live. And yeah, Higurashi to go. Bye.